Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another renovation battle hosted by Havana Sims. Joining in with the renovation battle is Alleged Shimmer, Azura, B-Ray Sunny, Bree Simulated, Hazy, Hey Sweet Pea, Hip Hip Renee, Jessica Pie, Maple Simmer, Sims of Sugar and myself. The Goths have lived in the same depressing house for centuries. It's time to dust off the cobwebs and give the home a fresh look. The rules are we must keep the shape of the home, but you can add, remove, change the windows, doors, fences, gates, landscaping, staircases and columns. Brighten up the home from the inside out, but keep their signature red. The home must include a fireplace on the first floor, a library, a third bedroom on the second floor, and the room on the third floor can be changed to whatever you feel as long as it's not a bedroom. We aren't allowed to use items from Jungle Adventures, Vampires, My First Pet stuff, Fitness stuff, Kids Room stuff and Strangerville due to Havana not owning these packs. Everybody's channel links will be in my description box below. Havana will be touring everybody's renovations over on her Twitch channel on April the 13th, so keep an eye out for that. Her link will also be in the description box. There is also going to be a link to everybody else's videos of a playlist in the description box below. There is also going to be a voting link in the description box below for you to go ahead and check out everybody's builds and pick who you thought was the best. You can share this with anybody, friends, family, your social medias, and get them to vote too. I would like to thank Havana for coming up with this renovation battle series and for letting me join in. It's really good fun. The renovated lot is on the gallery ready for you to download under Othello Villa Goth Manor. Before I did the renovation, I went and took a look at the Goth family. I wanted to know what their aspirations were and what their traits were and what they were into to help me decide what each person needed in the home. I noticed that the son Alexandra was a bookworm. I noticed that Cassandra, she goes to Scouts and she also likes music. Obviously Bella, she's a secret agent, which is why she disappears a lot. Mortimer, he is a writer. He wants to become famous by writing books. So I made sure there was a computer and that they got everything that they needed for the skills room. There's a small skills room I've done on the ground floor. There's a huge living room, but it is split into living room and bar area, which you will see. There's a laundry room, a half bath downstairs, a huge kitchen with dining space as well as bar space, which you will also see. And then on the second floor, 3 bedrooms. Each bedroom has its own ensuite bathroom, large hallway, and in their original home they had the piano on the landing hallway area. So I've done the same thing, but obviously it's different shape and that. And then I put the library up on the little squared 3rd floor. Now you'll notice I'm doing this a little different compared to how I normally do my builds or renos. I am doing the outside first for once. That's because at first I wasn't sure if I was allowed to actually delete the walls on the inside, so I did some of the renovation and then got in touch with Havana and checked with her. Don't want to be a rule breaker and all. The packs I use for the renovation are Get Famous, Seasons, Cats and Dogs, City Living, Get Together, Get to Work, Parenthood, Dine Out, Spa Day, Lingerie stuff, Toddler stuff, Vintage Glamour stuff, Backyard stuff, Romantic Garden stuff, Movie Hangout stuff, I wrote Hangover, Spooky stuff, Cool Kitchen stuff, Perfect Patio stuff, and Luxury Party stuff. I gave the lot Sunny Aspect, Child's Play and Chef's Kitchen lot traits. The gallery value but at the end of the build was 367,803. Once the house was built and done, I did play test everywhere to make sure it did work. Nearly everything worked, and the rug that's in the laundry room that I just put down, the black one, that was stopping the washer from being used and working, so I did just pull it down and it worked, so I didn't have to do any alterations really. The main room I wanted to test was Alexander's room because there was a lot of stuff in there, and he also had a double bed, and I was unsure if a child could sleep in a double bed. I don't really play the game with children, and I haven't for a good long while, so I tested it and he can get in the bed with everything in his room, so that was such a bonus because I was afraid that I was going to have to change the whole room and redo the footage for that, but I didn't, so I'm very happy that that worked out. I've also uploaded each room separately to the gallery, apart from the garden, the porches. I did cut out a lot of the parts where I'm scrolling through the catalogue because it took me a while to find a lot of the items. I also cut out some of the rooms where I couldn't decide what I wanted to use in that room, so kind of jump ahead to where I have most of the furniture in, and I'm just sort of decorating each area. Like the kitchen, for example, that took me at least 7 attempts and different ways to get the kitchen to be that way. There was lots of ideas I had in my head about the kitchen, but it was what I felt was for the goths, and some of it just wasn't working properly. I do like this living room though. Don't you think it looks great? I do. I thought it was a good idea to split it into half so that one side was for family side and the other side was for entertaining guests when they had them over, because that is what Bella wants to do. And this room turned out to be the library, but it was originally going to be the skills room because they put the windows in there initially to bring in a lot of light to do the painting and the music skill. And then at the end of the build I realised, or maybe they'd want peace and quiet from entertaining guests, especially the kids if they had homework to do, so this ended up being the library instead. I also nearly forgot about it because it's right up at the top and you don't really think about a little room right at the top, so I made sure when I came back to record again that that was the first room I did. When I first toured the house, I felt like Alexander was just shoved up in the attic space, like he wasn't wanted at first, and then he was just added in with the room built on the top. So I'm actually glad that Havana said his bedroom had to be on this floor with the others, get him a bit more involved in the family. I felt like he was the one they didn't want. It also seemed like there wasn't that much for the kids to do around the house or in the garden apart from the piano, so I wanted to make sure that they both had plenty to do. I know they have the park next to the house, but I didn't feel that was enough for them to love home. We are coming up to the screenshots, so don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to leave your comments down below what you thought of the renovation. Don't forget to check out all the other participants of this battle's videos and their channels as well, and subscribe to those who you love. Don't forget to vote, that is in the link below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Yeah.